Time to record another lazy piece of content. I know what you guys are probably already thinking, like, oh, a reactor reacting to something else that somebody's reacting to. Yeah. It's exactly what we're doing. I just got home from tour. I haven't done a YouTube video in over 3 weeks. And the video we're going to check out really quick by my buddy Nik Nocturnal, somebody actually messaged me about this like 2 days ago and asked me my opinion on it because it has a lot to do with like the current metal scene on YouTube and burnout and all that stuff. And I have not watched this yet. So I kind of want to check it out because I feel like it actually applies to a lot of stuff going on right now, man. I mean, a lot of you guys that follow this channel regularly know that since I've been back out on tour, I've pretty much had like no motivation to really do a lot of YouTube content. And I don't know if I would call it burnout, but I don't know. It's just, I've had no desire to really do it lately. And it seems like a lot of other people have had that too, because I just saw recently that Bogdan, a lot of you guys know him as Hardcore, has said that like he's taken a step back from YouTube for the foreseeable future. So it seems like a lot of people are going through this right now. And I just want to check out what Nik has to say about this. So yeah, let's dive into this. And before we really break this down, let's just take a second to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. Being on tour all the time makes it really difficult to stay on top of my finances. And if I'm being honest, I've never really been good at it anyways. But if you're anything like me, Rocket Money is here to help you out. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that lets you manage subscriptions, lower your bills, set custom budgets, and even grow your savings all in one place. And one of the coolest features, and the thing that I've used it for the most, is canceling subscriptions. I sign up for tons of stuff all the time, whether it's streaming services or other paid monthly things that I use to edit videos and stuff like that. And sometimes I just forget about it. And in other cases, I've signed up for stuff twice and have forgotten about it. But with Rocket Money, you can see in the app all the subscriptions you have. And if you're doubled up, or even if you just forgot about something, it's easy to cancel these things with just a couple taps, and Rocket Money takes care of it for you, so you don't even have to spend your time jumping through hoops trying to save money by canceling these things. So no more back and forth emails, no more customer service portals, no more customer service phone calls. With just a few taps of the screen, Rocket Money takes care of this for you. And Rocket Money has helped save its members up to $740 a year when using all of the features of the app on canceled subscriptions, with a grand total of over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So if you'd like to save more and spend less and join myself and the over 5 million members using Rocket Money, go to rocketmoney.com/TankTheTech, or you could just click the link in the description or the pinned comment of the video and get started for free. Thank you one more time to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. And now let's get back in. I might not show his entire video, so if you want to go check that out in full, I'll throw a link in the description. So go check it out and support him too. But let's see what he has to say about this.
Whoa, damn, dude. So you guys know Bob?
Oh, cool. Okay, so he filmed this on Twitch too and then just put it on his Twitch channel, so I don't feel too bad doing Twitch content right now, so whatever.
Let's see. This is posted 5 hours ago. There's a couple more reactions coming to this channel this week, as they were already recorded, but after that I'm going on a short, maybe long break. It's just not worth forcing stuff out when it's causing me constant stress on top of the stress in hopes that things will change. Shout out Far Cry 3. Sometimes it's okay to scale down, cut down, shrink, and live life happier. I hope I'm back sometime, but for now I'm just bent and disinterested in continuing at this time. TDLR, it's not funny anymore. I need time off. Thank you for bye for now.
Man, so I saw that post when Bogdan posted it, and my gut immediate reaction to that was actually, I understand. I fully understand where he's coming from, and that TLDR, like, it's not fun anymore. Like, unfortunately, that's kind of how I feel about YouTube right now. Don't get me wrong. I have had so much fun doing this before and stuff, but now that I'm touring full time again and my daughter's growing up and stuff, YouTube started becoming something that I felt like I had to do rather than something that was like fun and I wanted to do. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that have like kind of dumped on content creators, where they're like, oh, you're complaining about being burned out. It's so easy. You just film stuff and edit stuff and blah. I once thought that too, like before I started doing YouTube. I was like, how hard could it be? But the truth is, it does at some point start feeling like overwhelming, like you have to do this and you can't just do videos to have fun, especially if you're trying to monetize and like make decent money from this. And that's how I started. I started my channel in the pandemic thinking like maybe I could make some ad revenue and pay bills because I can't do anything else right now. And fortunately, because of you guys that watch my channel, it got to that point. Now, I've always told you guys, I don't exceed luxury by any means, but the YouTube ad revenue and a lot of the content I do has allowed me to pay a lot of my bills. But the sad reality of YouTube and content creation is that you have to stay on top of it. It does become a full-time job. If you stop uploading regularly, the algorithm will stop showing impressions to people, that you will get less and less views. And later in this video, I will actually show you my YouTube analytics to just drive home this point. I haven't released a video in 3 weeks, and you can see like my views and everything has just plummeted because YouTube is actually pumping content creators that are putting out content rather than promoting older stuff from other people. So I feel that. I feel that it's not fun anymore. Like I feel that.
And look, as a content creator myself, I always get put as a Nik is a fucking reactor. Okay, guys, sure. But I feel like this is.
I've never thought Nik was a reactor. Ever
seen. I mean, I also like I don't really check like a lot of these like fucking group chats. There's like group chats of like there's reactors, there's group chats of like the guitar YouTubers and I'm gonna be honest, guys. All of it is people just fucking complaining.
He's not wrong. I will fully admit I am a part of some of these WhatsApp groups and Discord channels with a bunch of other YouTubers. Some are reactors, some are guitar people, and there is a good wealth of information that we share with each other, but a lot of the times it is unfortunate to say like it's a lot of complaints and ego stroking and people complaining about why their videos aren't getting views and stuff, and sometimes that becomes draining. And now that I think about it, like I never see Nik respond to anything on Discord or WhatsApp in these groups. So like he's probably at a point where kind of I feel about it. It's kind of draining sometimes. I mean, the thing is though, I've become friends with a lot of these people and I genuinely like them. And I'm a very social person, so I like to just stay in the loop and talk. But I agree with everything he just said.
But I'm just a Canadian piece of shit. I'm a core kid. That's what I am. How'd you end up Canadian?
That's the funniest.
What a question!
I've ever got it. Like,
how did you end up Canadian?
What happened, dude?
Jacob in chat just said Nik looks very tired. He doesn't look any more tired than he normally does. I don't think.
I don't think it's just like a Bogdan feeling this thing. It's this is happening. And look, I feel that to a point too, but.
And it's not even just people in the metal scene and the reaction scene too. I mean, over the past few months, we've seen a lot of YouTubers that have been going for years and years and years, basically calling it quits on YouTube. Not all of that has been burnout. Some people are starting their own businesses or doing other things, but we are seeing a lot of what I would consider like popular YouTubers just bailing. I think some people are frustrated with how YouTube has been going lately. It seems like they're just promoting like the top 1% of channels, like your Mr. Beasts and stuff, and everybody else is kind of just fighting to stay relevant. But yeah, this isn't just an exclusive thing for metal right now. We're seeing it all over.
I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm not the best at it. I'm fucking stupid. I make mistakes all the time. I upload sometimes videos. I'm not the fucking end all be all. But what I did over the years with my content is I never wanted to be like a one-trick pony. You know what happens when you do just covers, or you only do reactions, or you only do a specific meme series, or you only do one thing? The well dries up, brother.
First of all, I would like to say, I know everybody looks at Nik like a goofball, and he often has a lot of self-deprecating humor and stuff, and he calls himself a goofball and an idiot. But in my opinion, just from having conversations with him, I think Nik is one of the more intelligent content creators that I've really spoken to about things. Like, he knows what he's doing, and he often has good advice whenever I talk to him about stuff. I think there's some other people that would surprise you too, like Finn McKenty, one of the most intelligent content creator dudes that I've had conversations with. So I think sometimes Nik doesn't give himself enough credit, but I totally understand everything he's saying because I built my channel off of doing reactions. And when I wanted to do more content than just reactions, it was kind of scary at first because I was like, well, people want to see me do reactions. Like, I don't know if they're going to want to see me do anything else. And when I did start transitioning content and I started talking about the music industry, there are a lot of people that are into that stuff. But there are also people that literally only wanted to watch reactions. But you can only do so much with that. Like he said, the well runs dry, man. Like, you start doing the same thing over and over, and it just, again, it becomes tedious, and then you run out of ideas. And that's kind of what reactions felt like to me. It started feeling like I had to do this rather than something I wanted to do and have fun. Like there were nights where I had to like motivate myself to be like, all right, I'm gonna go check out this new video and talk about gear and all this. And like, yeah, it's just, it becomes really weird, but it is kind of terrifying to try new things because you don't know if people are gonna like those things, but you'll never know unless you try.
And I keep saying it, like it was 2 months ago, it was like Electric Callboy, it was Falling Reverse, it was Slaughter, it was so much music, but guess what happens after that? No music.
Yep.
So if you're a channel that relies on your content being tied to popular good releases, you're gonna have so many spurts and moments of nothing. And it sucks. You know how demoralizing it is?
Dude, it's an excellent point, man. I was actually talking to the Electric Callboy guys about this recently because I think the reaction scene is dying out too. It's no secret that a lot of people that watch reactions watch it for specific bands. I would love to do reactions to like unknown bands and unsigned bands and stuff like that because I just want to get new music out there. But the sad thing is that those videos aren't going to get a percentage of the views as your Electric Callboys, Falling in Reverses, Slaughter to Prevails, Lorna Shores. Like, I think every reactor out there knows, and they would be lying to you if they told you they didn't know, that doing a reaction to one of those bands is just, it's going to be huge. It doesn't matter. It's because it's the band, and those bands are known for their quality of their music videos. But what happens when all those bands aren't putting out stuff anymore? And you do have to do the smaller bands on indie labels and stuff that are only getting hundreds, maybe a couple thousand views. It's not sustainable. And it is, like he said, demoralizing. You put up a reaction to Electric Callboy or Slaughter to Prevail or Falling in a Verse and it gets like a couple 100,000 views. And then the next reaction that you do to a smaller band that just signed to a label gets like 5,000 views. That is very demoralizing for content creators, for sure. Shinebox Reacts in chat just said, my video for Nightwish's new song actually got reported for hateful conduct because I said I hated the production. Video was taken down. Fan bases can also ruin motivation to react to certain bands. 100% agree with that too, man. I've had situations with some fan bases where like, I've always been honest with reactions. There's definitely been times where I've been like, man, I don't really enjoy this. I always try to find the positives in things. Even if I don't like the song, I'm like, oh, the production's good, or the music video is cool, or, oh, it's a good chorus. But there have definitely been times where I've said negative things. And you know what? I'll just use Nightwish as the example. The last Nightwish song that came out, I said, it's a huge chorus. Like, it is a really good chorus. The mix is driving me nuts. Guys, I'm just going to come out and say it. This part sounds like shit. It really does. I'm so let down right now. I'm not going to lie. And I get so many hate messages over that, and a lot of people from their fan base like talking shit. Even the other day on the Nightwish Discord server, I saw somebody like, I don't watch Tank anymore because he has a beef with Nightwish. I was like, I don't fucking have a beef with Nightwish. Like, I love that band. I just thought that their mix on that song was not good and up to their typical standard. But people take things to extremes. And people love their bands. I love the bands I love. Of course, like when somebody's like, I don't like that band, I was like, why not? So I get it, but there's a line that gets crossed where people like attack content creators and reactors for saying they don't like something, and it gets very demoralizing at times.
I'm going to do just a reaction to just the big song when it comes out, because you can still do that. That's what I can do. The last was Gojira, right? And I'm going to be honest. I milked Gojira.
Yeah, we all did, dude.
A little bit, okay? Tank also very smart. I mean, he's busy now. He's fucking touring with Electric Callboy as their tour manager, right? But he also, like, same thing. I remember him, like, a year ago messaging me and being like, I want to expand into different content. Should I do it? And I was like, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, true story. Yeah, when I was like terrified about doing the vlogs and doing more like less reactions and more like commentary about what's going on in the music industry, like Nik was one of the first people I talked to. Like he kind of gave me that push. He was like, just do it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you'd probably be surprised. And I was. Some of the videos I have now with the most views are like behind the scenes industry stuff and stuff like that. Like more so than a lot of reactions. So thank you, Nik. So there was a lot of good information in there, like a lot of honesty, which I appreciate, especially because I do feel at times that content creators aren't really honest about what's going on. That's why I actually respected Bogdan, like talking about how he's taking a break and stuff like that. But it's a lot of stuff in that, like we talked about, I agree with, and I feel a ton. But one of the things that I do want to bring up to kind of end this video is how this does feel like a grind at times. Like I brought that up earlier in the video where I was like, you know, oh, you're just at a computer and blah, blah, blah. But unless you are in that like top 1% of like content creators, like you have to keep up on stuff. Otherwise, your YouTube is just going to take a dump. So I actually want to show you my statistics from this month. Probably something you don't see often from content creators, but I'm gonna just show you kind of how this works if you don't stay up with it. These are my stats from August. The last time that I released a video was July 31st, the day, or July 30th, I can't remember the day I left for tour. And you can see over here was kind of where that video was. And then it started tailing off. Well, while I've been on tour, I have not released a video. And you can see that at some point, it just gets stagnant and it keeps going down. Like, yesterday, 2 days ago, sorry, Sunday, 14,000 views in a day. I would say in the last couple of years, that's probably one of the lowest I've had. And it affects your subscriber numbers. And as we've said, your revenue. So far this month, I've made $1,100, which I will not complain about. It is low, but that's passive income I wouldn't have had. So like I told you guys before, I'm not exceeding luxury by any means with YouTube, but it does help me pay some of my bills. But you can see, if you don't keep up with your content, it's just going to keep going down. Like, there you go. Sunday, $38 worth of income. And if you go over to like impressions, you can see this too. Now, impressions are every time somebody sees your thumbnail or a content creator's thumbnail on their screen, that's an impression. And when I'm cranking out content, it could be about 1 million a day, 1 million impressions a day. But as you can see, when you stop putting out regular content, the algorithm stops pushing your stuff. It starts leveling out. And now 3 weeks after my last video, I'm down to about 200,000 a day. And those impressions are needed for people to see your video or discover your videos really, because your normal viewers may watch your stuff and stuff like that. But the point that I'm trying to drive home here for a lot of people is that if you're a content creator, there is a huge sense of you absolutely have to keep up with content and have regular releases. Otherwise, your views and impressions and revenue and everything overall is just going to go down. So I understand where a lot of these other content creators are coming from, where they're like, it's just, I feel like I need to do this instead of having fun anymore. Now that I've been doing this for a few years, 4 years now, I respect every content creator out there that does this because I realize how much of a grind it really is. And yes, we could be out working like shittier jobs and not doing stuff on the computer at home. Like YouTube during the pandemic gave me a great way to stay home with my family and make a little extra income and stuff like that. But, you know, fortunately I can get back out on tour and, you know, the money that I'm not making from doing regular YouTube content, I'm making back with touring and stuff. So I have nothing to complain about. I'm not trying to complain, no, I'm not making money, blah, 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 blah. That's not what this is. I just want people to see what you don't often get to see from content creators and just show you the actual analytics and how they get affected when you're not doing content regularly. So yeah, for this one, for me, man, like I totally relate to some of the content creators that are dropping off. Once I get this break from touring coming up, I am actually going to try and hit content harder than I have been because I need to get my channel back on pace. Like I keep getting messages from friends that are like, dude, you're almost at 300,000 subs. And I'm like, yeah, the truth is I've been almost at 300,000 subs for months, but because I haven't done content, it's not going up. So to keep the wheels turning on the YouTube stuff, I have to get back to doing content. So, but for me, I want to find something that's fun again. I need to find that motivation, and I want to find something that's truly fun rather than doing something that I feel like I need to do, which myself and I know other content creators have felt like for a while now. So to everybody that's out there watching this, we're live on Twitch. To everybody that's here at Twitch right now, well, not like now if you're watching this on YouTube later, but to everybody that was here on Twitch, man, this was my first stream back in like 3.5 weeks. So thank you guys for being here. I really want you guys to know how much I appreciate each and every single one of you guys that have watched this content and stuff, because you know, there have been ups and downs. There have been times where this is just an absolute blast, and there have been times where it's felt like a grind, but I'm not going to stop anytime soon. I don't have plans on just stopping, but I do feel what a lot of other people are feeling, and I do feel like the metal community on YouTube as a whole right now is struggling. So I guess we just need to find something new and fun to do. So I guess keep out on the lookout for whatever that's going to be. But yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. So again, Twitch chat, thank you for being here. Everybody on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you a ton. If you want to keep up with me while I'm doing my tour adventures, my handle on most everything social media is at TankTheTech. I upload pictures on Instagram a lot and stuff like that. You can also join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/TankTheTech. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will be back hopefully very soon.